there, anybody who actually watches our podcasts, all 3 or 4 of you, much has changed. I've been stressed. I'm smoking again. Dirk says, "Hey, there he is. You handsome man, you. You got a nice head of hair. I got too much hair right now, but I'm digging it. I'm letting it go."
Yeah, you're in the military, or you're not in the military anymore. So
fuck no, I'm not. But I am, once again, as much as I hate it, moving. I'm moving the hell out of Washington, and that is all you people need to know. I don't want a stalker. Unless she's really hot, then maybe I do. No, I don't. I don't want a stalker. We have to have fans to have a stalker, though.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't done anything in a while because I'm having trouble on mine with audio where I played Hotline Miami for like an hour and a half, and then I discovered that the audio from my mic recorded, but not the in-game audio, so I just kind of gave up. I honestly haven't really played much games. Like, I've been playing Hollow Knight, but that's a game I'm not going to record because that's a game that I'm not super good at. And also, me playing games is kind of boring because I don't really talk that much. I'm one of those kind of gamers, which is fine, I mean.
Yeah.
But
I have not been playing anything because I've been busy as shit packing everything I want to take with me and getting everything I don't want to take with me, which is most of it, to the dump. One of the perks of, just still being young and not having a lot invested in your life is, I got all this furniture for free. Well, I can fucking get rid of all of it, too, for free. I'm not losing it.
Yeah.
Nobody'd want this stuff. These couches are kind of torn up. Coffee table that my shit is on, I'm shaking it right now. It's sort of falling apart. The coffee table the big-ass TV is on was free, and some of the black vinyl on it's peeling off, and it's whatever. Don't care. Dump.
Yeah.
To the dump, all of you.
It's definitely, just getting up there in the age, because you've had a lot of that since we first really moved in to theirs.
Also, it was not perfect when we got it. Like, a lot of it was already free off Facebook Marketplace. People just wanted to get rid of it, and we just, Clorox wiped it, and we're like, fuck it, that's good. It's fine. It's been fine for years. I love it. They're not, brand new or, fancy, but I love these couches. They're so comfortable. I hope that who I'm moving in with in Colorado has comfortable couches. I won't be sleeping on them, but, still. Hopefully I won't be sleeping on them unless I fuck up and do something wrong.
That's the goal to avoid.
It certainly is. I'm bored here to put this out. Dr. Pepper from Wendy's. Yeah, I got Wendy's tonight. Treated myself.
Oh, nice.
I was a hard-working man all day, packing things up. Mostly my clothes, getting them in sea bags. Thought I would fill more sea bags than, 3. But,
No,
I've got 3 more sea bags because I have a fuckload of sea bags from being in the Navy, and I'm like, damn it. I wanted to utilize more of these. They're waterproof too, so that's cool. So if I had to,
they're coated in that weird shit. That kind of help.
Yeah, if I had to, I could throw them in the back of the truck, but I don't think I'll need to. That's for my toolboxes, and then
which are already
they're not huge, but they're
they're basically waterproof, is what I mean.
Oh yeah, and they'll stay shut with they lock and shit, and then I've got a couple big Home Depot boxes, and then the TV, I'm gesturing at them, they're off screen, but the PC parts and monitors and stuff that I have for the PC I'm still building, but I haven't had any money to build it because I live in this expensive shithole that people call Washington. But I will have the money to finish building it when I get to where I'm going. So that'll be good. I think you helped me. You sent me a build with all the parts
it's a bit pricier. But that's you wanted to do
less than I expected.
If you wanted to do AMD, that might change it up a little bit because the 4090 and the AMD are about the same.
I just there's only 3 games I want to play in the foreseeable future, and it's Phantom Liberty when it comes out, Starfield's out, I'll give that a try. As much as I hate Bethesda, because they're like, all the reviews I've seen of it are like, yeah, it's boring. There's like not a whole lot to do. Most of the planets are empty. But I'm like, okay, I kind of dig that. You know, I'll go space trucking all by my lonesome. You know, whatever. And
yeah, it's very much a lifeless. From what I've heard, it's very much lifeless, and that like, I don't know if it was late. Like they say it was on purpose, but I kind of can say it was probably laziness, and that a lot of the planets, you know, are
absolutely
pretty
it's laziness.
like, are just they're not going to have a whole lot there. Which mods will fix that if you want. You just got to give it time. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I didn't really include was like something like this. The
only other game I want to play in the foreseeable future is Armored Core 6, because watched a lot of gameplay of that, watched a lot of people play that. It's not a Souls-like with robots. It is an Armored Core game, and that was my biggest fear. Is like, it's not going to be an Armored Core game. It's going to be a Souls game with robots, which I didn't want. And I see a lot of people in reviews complaining like, oh, this isn't anything like Dark Souls. I'm like, you realize this was their franchise before that was popular. 14 games before Dark Souls was popular, Armored Core had.
I mean, you're always going to have that, though. It's because people haven't picked up one of those. When they started making their Souls games, and they kept making them.
Yeah, I fully understand how, like, old people...
Kind of a forgotten thing.
Hate young people, because I'm not even that old, but people younger than me who just have no idea that From Software had a different series that was their bread and butter for 20 years. You know, it's just like, I played all of them. Like, well, I didn't really do 5 and Verdict Day because they weren't that great, and I kind of knew that going in, so I didn't buy them. But I wish it was more like 4. I wish it was more of the fast-paced, breakneck fighter jet mech kind of combat of 4, but it looks serviceable with the gameplay I've seen and playable, so I think I'll probably check it out.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a lot of various games.
I don't like that they added weird kind of Soulsy bosses. Like, there were boss encounters before, but it was usually just like some highly skilled ravens, or like in
now they're actually like 4 unique units and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think it was 4. You had to take down on arms for it, the Spirit of Motherwill. It was just a giant thing you had to kill, and that was pretty neat. But you know, games evolve. I understand that. But it looks good. Armored Core 6.
It's good.
Haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
Still approve. Like it. Zach Hazard.
Looks neat, but
started his Starfield playthrough, and I've been watching that. Love Zach Hazard.
Yeah, he's a good dude. His stuff is pretty interesting most of the time. I've been watching both him and Mike because they're both doing completely different kind of play styles for the games for Starfield.
They've always done. They did that with their New Vegas stuff, which they had 2 New Vegas videos this week.
Yeah, I had to watch their one they just posted yesterday, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, besides that, it's not a whole lot. Lives of P just came out.
I don't give a shit about that.
I mean, I do, because it's a Souls-like.
Oh, okay.
Because it's supposed to it's been a dark Victorian era style game. And I was kind of on the fence about it because it's hate it. Who the fuck made this? It is made by... Damn. Yeah. It's some new studio that doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. So I was kind of on the fence about it because obviously Souls-like is very much a common... It's a pretty common thing to make nowadays, so...
Yeah.
But
watch some people
play. Yeah, I've actually been watching 2 people play it, and they both seem to really like it. The story looks pretty solid. I might end up picking it up and gonna wait another like day or two because it doesn't technically come out till the 19th. They're just doing a kind of pre-release thing. You can go and if you pre-order it, you get pre-release.
Did you see I sent it to the group chat, the newest Night City Wire. I know you watched it. I don't think anybody else watched it because I think only you and me give a shit about Cyberpunk. So
yeah, it's like I don't think anybody like. I don't think Tanner's into that kind of games. Spike probably doesn't have time, and Miller's busy with being full-time military and a dad.
A dad and a dad to be the second time too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just got back. I think he's supposed to be here. I don't know if it's tomorrow or just a Sunday or Saturday. Or, what day is it? It's Friday, right? It's Friday. Yeah, so he might be here tomorrow or next week, but he's running out of time to come see me before I go. So
yeah, I mean,
I'm leaving in like a week and a half, so almost 2 weeks.
Almost.
Yeah.
Man, that's exciting. Just because place totally different.
Yeah, I'm
hopefully
looking forward to the drive.
Oh yeah.
18 hours ish, but I think I can get that down with a little bit of speeding and my Go Fast playlist. So
yeah, I mean, just make sure everything's strapped down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Devon just replied to the thing.
Oh, Devon.
Yeah, because I posted the one thing I forgot to put in your.
Oh, I don't have the chat up. I just got you and me on the screen, but I'll look at that later.
It's basically plugs that do RGB kind of stuff. But I remember you had talked about you kind of like them because you can program the colors and they add more color to your case.
I don't really care about like that flashy, showy stuff. Like is it your CPU or your CPU cooler that you can put images on? Like that's pretty cool, but like. I don't give a shit about RGB lights, man. I don't care. I don't care if my keyboard and my mouse light up. Like no one's gonna see that shit but me. I don't care if it lights up.
This goes in your case, is what I'm saying. It's just a little bit more lighting if you want to do any additional lighting. I mean, obviously, the keyboard and all that. It's all you. I don't know anything about that, but
I don't either. It's whatever the fuck Miller gave me when he gave me all this PC shit. Which shout out Miller, the real homie, just gave me most of a functional PC setup.
Good.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, he needs like 3 things to finish it, and then I'm like, yeah, but I'll have money. I'll just rebuild the whole thing, if I need to. I got to figure out what I even have first, which I wish he was in here so he could tell us what I even have. It's pretty recent stuff, I know. Like, it's not like old shit or anything, so I mean. I don't know anything about building a PC or like motherboards, and I'm like, will this board work with like a 4090 if I go hog wild and get one? Like, I don't know.
The main thing that's gonna keep it from working is the architecture that it's designed to work with, as well as if the board can support. Because if you get a 4090, you obviously want to get DDR5 RAM because it's the fastest. Yeah, so if the board can't support DDR5, then it's kind of pointless to go to 4090.
Yeah, I don't think it can. So, no. But I can always sell the stuff I do have, or buy like 3 things and finish this one and then sell it. I mean, or I can keep it for my girlfriend, get her into gaming.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because that's. Gaming doesn't have to, start off with the best. Just,
yeah, sure.
Teach you to start.
I forgot what the fuck I was going to say. Damn it. Oh, well. It happens a lot lately. I'm not sure why.
I mean, probably stress. What you can really do about it, to be honest.
Stress, worry. I'm weirdly just
go to medical if you need to.
Go to medical.
I guess the doctor, whatever you guys call him.
I have a doctor in Seattle who I call, and they mail me prescriptions. That's about as close as I've been to a doctor since I got out.
Jesus.
Except for when I went to 3 different urgent cares when I tore a muscle in my arm. And by the third one I went to, they were like, "Yeah, no, you tore this." And I was like, "Ah, it's crazy how you got to go to 3 different doctors before they're like, you tore a muscle." Or someone was like, "Yeah, just rest and ice it." And I'm like, "It's been a week. It still hurts. Like, it hurts all the time. It hurts every time I move it." And they're like, "Yeah, it's torn." It's like, well, we can do surgery, or you can ice it and stop moving it. So the treatment's the same because I refuse to get operated on. And, I'm better now. You can do stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Still strong-ish. Torn art.
Surgery can be good. It's just it can also have its downsides because, like,
yeah,
talking to Stan, like, especially depending on the doctor, because like talking to Standish, he's like, "Yeah, I had a buddy that he."
Hello there. Who there?
Oh, hey Devon.
Oh, hi Devon.
Like he went and he had a buddy that went and he tore something in his thigh. And then
I've done that
they
as well.
nicked it. They tried to fix it, and then they nicked something in his genital area, and basically he's just constantly gonna be on painkillers now for the rest of his life because whatever they nicked a nerve. So I was like, it can be good. Like, it was good for me. It helped my shoulder pain.
Yeah, dude, the forced pain pill addiction. Fuck that. There's a gnat flying around in here. I think y'all just saw him up by the camera, but I cannot get his ass. It's annoying, but I don't care anymore. I'm moving. Fuck this place. Which is also why I'm smoking inside. Again, it's a filthy habit. Don't smoke, children. But if you do, you look really cool, and you should definitely not tell your parents.
Sure. I mean, I quit smoking after I couldn't find the cigarettes I used to like.
Yeah, that is a downside. The cigarettes I like are readily available pretty much everywhere, so I'll never have that excuse to quit. The excuse I have to quit is, when I get to where I'm going, I don't want to show up smelling like smoke, so I'll be quitting for like probably the last week before I actually go down there. And
yeah. Plus, she has a kid, so you kind of
I can't smoke around the kid, so there's that.
Yeah, that's a good thing though. I mean,
the kid's only doing part-time though, so we can still bang on the couch.
Jeez. It's
playing a ridiculous character on these podcasts. This isn't who I really am.
Gee. But yeah, besides that, besides Lots of P that came out, the big ones that next week the 2.0 update comes out for Cyberpunk, which they did just we talked about, like briefly mentioned earlier, was
2.0 is revised police vehicle combat. Is it the new perk tree?
Yes, that'll come with the new perk tree. The only thing that's not going to be included in that perk tree unless you buy DLC is the relic.
Yeah, the new relic perk deck, which not Songbird, I forget her name, Sonya or Sonya or something. I don't know. The lady that betrayed Idris Elba in the trailer. She's the one that unlocks that. I know that.
So I've been sitting here talking to myself this whole time.
Well, turn your camera on too. Let us all see you.
I forgot.
Did you just think we were being rude and talking over you, or what?
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, why are these assholes ignoring me? Push to talk was on, and I didn't even realize it. And so I'm sitting here talking to you guys.
This is not a Halo lobby. You don't need push to talk.
That makes a lot more sense.
I was going to say, Kyle, I'll get you some of the big-ass bug zappers that Best Buy has set up around all their stores.
No, if I was staying here, I'd need more spider killer. I used all of it lately. Biggest downside to me moving, I have to forfeit the war on spiders. That I never get to give my George Bush speech for the war on spiders. I never get to say, ladies and gentlemen, we got him, because we didn't get them. They're winning. For sure. They've been winning probably the whole time. This is my Vietnam, actually. This is my Washington war against the spiders.
Yeah, you're never going to win that war.
No. Every winter, I think I've got them on the ropes, and then, springtime, it's like the Tet Offensive all over again, and I'm just like, they're everywhere. Come out of the fucking walls.
Game over, man. It's game over.
It's game over, man. Yeah. Speaking of, we mentioned Starfield earlier. In Starfield, there's it's It's called the Old Earth shotgun. It's basically Hick's shotgun from Aliens. And there's the Old Earth pistol. I mentioned this in the group chat. I love that in Starfield, which takes place like, I don't know, a couple hundred years in the future in space, and Earth's destroyed and everything. And it's like they're still in 1911 because 45 ACP and my 2 world wars. Yeah, I like 1911s. I had one. I wish I'd never sold it, but whatever. I got the Glocko now. It's on the table.
So you can always literally buy another one. There's plenty of them.
There are more of them now than there were during World War II.
Indeed.
How you been, Devon? What's been up, buddy?
Just a lot of work.
Yeah, I've also been busy. I've been busy getting rid of shit. What are you doing?
They have me doing some guy's job role while he's on vacation, but I don't really like it that much, so it's just been a rough couple weeks.
Even work feels like work when you don't enjoy what you're doing at all.
Yeah, like it was a big switch because everything else I enjoy and I'm really good at, but I'm also like one of the only people that stays on top of a lot of things. And so not only have I not really been enjoying what I'm doing, but I've had to stop doing the other things that I take care of. And since no one else does it, these little tasks pile up.
Dude, work sucks when you're the only one on top of shit, yeah.
Oh my God. It's like little tiny things that no one else seems to like fucking care about at all. Like the trash compactor. Simple, right? No one else is running it. No one else seems to be running it. And now the thing is fucking jammed.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was fucking, it's at the truck dealership. I was the only motherfucker that ever cleaned in that shop or put anything away. I know it's a truck shop, but like, goddamn, who raised you fucking people? You can get a dirty ass, hose out and drag it all the way across the shop. Wrap the sumbitch back up, put it back where you got it when you're done. Leave it laying on the fucking floor. Somebody can trip over it. Place has enough OSHA violations.
I'm sure you can relate, Kyle. And Dirks, if you ever leave the military, you will also relate. I feel like when you have worked in a job that requires a lot of attention to detail and a lot of discipline, and then suddenly you work with people that don't give a shit.
No discipline. Yeah,
it starts to stand out a lot.
Both Dirks and I have had lots of jobs before the military.
Yeah.
Probably have quite a few after the military as well. I've had a few.
Yeah. I'm trying to basically coast the short time after I get out of the military before I get employed by Cuss.
Yeah,
by going to college for things I want to do and just enjoy.
Oh, fuck. I meant to tell you guys about this. It's like the GI Bill, but different and better, and it doesn't dip into your GI Bill. And it's some program Senior Smith told me about. I talked to him the other day, and it's fucking. It sounds really Gucci and Cash Money. I think it's like vet tech retraining or some shit. If you have it's like the GI Bill. They'll pay you a stipend and your housing and like a food allowance and your tuition and everything.
Veterans Technology Education courses.
Yeah, they're great. That it's a separate program from the GI Bill. It's separate from VA disability and all that. You can still bank your VA disability while you do it and everything. And he was telling me, he's like, yeah, I got this buddy. He's been doing it for like 10 fucking years now, and it's like, well, he's got to graduate now. It's like they're not gonna pay for his shit anymore. And it's like, damn, man, dude's been at it for 10 years with just gaming the system. Yeah, pretty much, man.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what I'm trying to fucking do with the GI Bill is just take, because both of the things I want to do are let me see how many they are. Because I was looking at a bunch of them, and some of these fucking colleges are really stupid. Like the one, it literally was only 12 credits, but their hours made it. So to get the 12 college credits, it took 6 months.
Yeah, fucking a lot of tech schools are that way, so that they can drag things out and get funding. Even I had to for my diesel technology degree path, I had to take like an English and a math and a communications, and I'm like, actually, I don't. I've been to college before. Here's my transcript. And they're like, you're right. You don't have to take any of these.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because these two I'm looking at are one's 12 credits, which are just enough for full time. The other one's 18. But like, since it's not a degree, it's just a certificate. It doesn't force you to do all the dumb shit.
That's good.
Is
that the CAD? Or is it
one's CAD, and then one's the composite one.
Yeah. Those will both be...
Yeah, should be good, because the composite will be good for doing anything with carbon fiber, and the CAD will be good for basically making or designing parts. Because not gonna be able to 3D print nice things without spending a ton of money.
Not right away, but it's one of those things where you buy a 3D printer and you 3D print some 3D printer parts to make your 3D printer better, and then you print better parts.
Jesus. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Just
it's a steep entry cost before you start seeing returns on it and stuff. But that's one of those things that will come in time.
Hey, Dirks, I expect you to be designing the 3D printers that are going to print habitats on Mars.
You need to abandon that dream, dude. Elon has proven himself woefully incompetent to do anything. Man can't run Twitter, let alone colonize a planet.
He can't even get his kids to actually, love him.
No, he's been withholding them from Grimes, apparently. He's like...
I don't think it all rests on Elon. NASA is still trying to do it.
Yeah, but they don't get enough money to make it feasible.
No.
Not in our lifetimes. NASA hasn't gotten big money since fucking Columbia blew up.
Yeah, they're funding, especially because everyone's so in love with Elon that they'd rather fund Elon, who should now be tried as a war criminal for the thing he did.
Oh, did he do something with Starlink?
Yeah, he basically turned Starlink off on the eve of a giant attack that Ukraine was going to do on Russia, and was like, "No, you're not allowed to do that."
Yeah, now he's manipulating a war.
Yeah.
What the fuck does this guy think he is?
I really think some crazy shit is going to happen within our lifetimes, and it may even redefine like what.
Buddy, crazy shit's been happening for a couple years now.
No. I'm talking about like the AI singularity.
Oh yeah, that's coming.
I just look at the rate of technology advancement, and
that's why Hollywood's on strike right now, and I'm all for it. Don't let those studios use your fucking name, image, and likeness. Fuck that. Hell no.
I mean, in 80 years, we went from the first flight to going to the moon. So we are advancing really quickly. And then with the whole AI thing, I mean, Sean Penn, fucking big actor, even talked about like how ridiculous it is. Like how they're basically trying to go and get the rights to everything about you. So you won't even and you won't even get paid for it.
Yeah.
You'd get paid an initial fee, but then after that, it's like you're never getting paid. Like it was like fucking, I think Jet Li, they tried to go and basically record all his moves. So they were going to use his moveset for future movies.
Yeah, fuck that. Hell no.
So Hollywood's gotten too powerful.
They're drunk with power. Bob Iger needs shot. I'm not trying to incite violence, YouTube. I'm just saying if somebody were to shoot Bob Iger in his chest one day in public, I wouldn't be upset about it. Bob Iger's the head of Disney. They have too much money and power.
Yeah, it's ridiculous that I don't
see it getting any better.
So many things have gone downhill because of Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, am I still going to invest in Disney? Yes, but that's because people are dumb and they're always going to go... The Disney World's never going to go bankrupt. It will not happen.
Disney World, Disneyland, and Disney Cruises? No. Disney is a studio, though. They just... I think...
Never say never.
No, it wasn't Disney Plus that bought HBO Max. It was Discovery. And they're like... basically.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing is, Devon,
like gonna start it over, and I'm like, that's a ridiculously expensive thing to do for something that's already not making any money.
That's the thing is though, like there's already Disneyland, like Disneyland Japan isn't even they go basically rent the name Disney from Disney. It's not even owned by Disney, so like, and there's no actual competitors to Disneyland because you can say, oh, SeaWorld, like those aren't really competitors.
No, not really.
Not on the same level. They're nowhere near the same league. Like, there are even, like, mom and pop ones. I mean, you can even say Six Flags. You can say, Pennsylvania Knoebels or, they're nowhere near.
Yeah, Kennywood.
So, Disneyland, Disney World will never die. I highly doubt that, like, the remakes that they make, those live-action movies... Like, I don't like them, but kids love them, so, like, those are always going to be big.
We don't love all of them. Some of them have basically been scrapped before release.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid was
and then they use that as a tax write-off.
Failure.
the Batgirl, whatever, they literally just scrapped the whole thing and wrote off as a tax write-off.
That was DC and, I think, HBO Max and Warner Brothers. Yeah, they had a 90% complete Batgirl film, and then they were just like, we're not going to release this. Fuck it.
I think all the big corporations, unless there's some sort of big shakeup, all the big corporations that you're looking at now, you're pretty much looking at for the future.
Yeah.
Because any competitor,
they're just going to get bought up.
Exactly. Try to start up against them, they'll be bought out.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the turn of the last century. Carnegie and Vanderbilt and Rockefeller, they all owned all the railroads and all the oil, and then you need somebody like Teddy Roosevelt to come in and go, oh, no, fuck all this monopoly shit. I'm busting these up. Fuck this. And, those people were still very rich and controlled a lot of separate assets, but at least they didn't own everything anymore.
Yeah, and then we did the exact opposite when we were going and doing all of our military, like where we go and we get the parts for our missiles, for our helicopters, because we were buying them all from like 30 or 40 different companies, and we're like, all right, this is too much.
Yeah.
You guys are all going to buy each other out, and we're going to buy the parts for our helicopter from 2 companies now. Yeah. And that's why nowadays the screw that holds the rotor blade on our Blackhawks is like $30,000 when it's only like a $2,000 part.
And they're one-time use.
Yeah, so it's like, and that's the thing is when we didn't pay them during the height of the Gulf War, Iraq War, they were just like, well, you can pay us, or your Blackhawks aren't going to go up in the air. Yeah. They literally held the whole military hostage.
Yeah. Big thing is semiconductors and Taiwan. There's going to be a war with China here soon over semiconductors and Taiwan. And I'm glad I'm not in the military in the South China Sea anymore, because that would be a bad place to be on a Surtas ship when we go to war with China over Taiwan.
I mean, Surtas would just go down.
Yeah, they're going to sink all the ships really quickly.
Yeah, it's all that would happen. So I wouldn't worry too much about like that.
I hope none of my friends and all of my enemies are on the ships when that happens.
You really think that we would go to war with China? I don't think there's going to be.
And it's 100%.
I don't think there's going to be
because of semiconductors.
No. I don't think there can be another big war,
80%,
especially between superpowers, because nuclear superpowers. Because
Devon. What? I gotta send you some videos later. Did you know that 80% of the world's semiconductors are made by one company, TSMC? And do you know where that company is located? Taiwan. Not just like 80% of the world's superconductors for like computers and phones and like laptops and for like, the F-35 and like all that other military hardware that has advanced computer systems. TSMC, Taiwan. Also, I know what you're thinking. Like, well, why doesn't China just make their own superconductors? We will not let them, through embargoes and trade agreements with, UN nations, we will not allow them to purchase the lithography machines needed to make semiconductors. most of those machines are made in Germany and France and America. And none of those nations are allowed to sell those machines to Taiwan. Or not to Taiwan, to China.
Actually, you know what? I take back what I said. It's not going to be a nuclear war. It's going to be an AI war.
Oh, it's not going to be nuclear, no. Mostly cyber,
but
limited naval, probably some air in there. But, yeah.
yeah, I mean that's the thing is no one's going to do nuclear.
Also, there's not going to be like boots on the ground in Long Beach. We're not going to have another Battle Los Angeles like in the 50s.
There's no point in that anymore because they have drones. It's like Ukraine's using their cardboard drones nowadays. Like
Yeah, they're fucking
cheap as
shit up
fuck.
with those.
So like, there's no point in putting boots on the ground anymore. You can like tanks are basically useless anymore. Like it's all ship battle and that kind of thing. Long range missiles, especially
I saw
China
an article
Taiwan.
by Reuters that said China and the United States are racing to create killer robots.
Yeah, I've seen Terminator and I know how that ends, but I wouldn't trust Reuters. The fuck do they know?
What are you talking about? Reuters and AP are probably the two big news sources
still
that I trust
trust
the most.
mainstream news outlets? Come on,
Yeah,
man.
because they're they're very balanced. It's very balanced news. It's not like going to Fox or going to CNN or any other.
I don't give a shit if it
biased.
appears balanced. They're not reporting the facts. They're reporting what people like Bob Iger at Disney and other large companies who fund them tell them to say. Relax, everything's fine. There isn't going to be a war. Buy more shit.
Also, I mean, if there is a war, like it's not like it's basically just game over, man. Like
it's game over,
no
man.
point worrying about
it's game
war.
over.
Like everything's fucked.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die. It's okay.
Well, I'm not talking about where I'm going, but I'm definitely not going to be far away from NORAD, so, we'll get hit. I'll be dead. It's whatever. I'm at peace with it.
So it's, I don't know. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Like, if we die, we die. And it's bound to happen at one point. Like,
Yeah. I would think you'll probably be okay, but I'm like, no, Okinawa, largest American base in Japan, you're right there. It'll get hit.
yeah.
I'm not gonna die. I'm definitely going to live forever.
Dude, if you're lucky, you might be in the air while it happens. Shit.
I'm holding out until we can upload our consciousness.
I don't want to do
computers.
that.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that. I've played Soma.
forever.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I've already played Soma. Like, I'm good on that.
Yeah. I'm good on life-extending technologies, fucking nanomachines, cybernetic implants, all that great shit from Cyberpunk, which, Devon, dude, if you haven't yet, you really need to get into Cyberpunk 2077. Update 2.0 is coming out soon. And then Phantom Liberty, end of the month. It's good. Oh, dude, it's so good. It's so good. I love Cyberpunk. Both of us love Cyberpunk. Dirks has Cyberpunk tattoos, and I'm going to get some when I move and have expendable income again.
Plus, I mean, Devin, you're near Mount Rainier. Like, Mount Rainier has been overdue for an eruption for a while. Like,
Mount Rainier.
It's close enough.
Aren't you still in Washington?
No, he's in California.
Oh, in California. Okay, yeah, fires then. You're even more shit to worry about.
Mount Rainier is close enough though that if it does go up, as long as it's been overdue, it's probably taking California out.
Yeah.
Yellowstone.
I'm not worried about that. That fucker was gonna do something that would have already.
It's a pussy.
So how about you guys see it? Mexico has 2 definitely real, not fake alien corpses that totally aren't tiny mummies or fake. They're definitely real alien corpses.
Yeah, they definitely aren't the same ones that were proven fake in 2004.
Definitely not. Nope. I trust Mexico.
They are cutting edge.
Love him or hate him, controversial figure. Joe Rogan had a bit years ago where he talks about how Mexican Air Force pilots had reported seeing UFOs over Mexico City and stuff. And he's like, I know you're all thinking the exact same thing. I was thinking when I heard that, holy fucking shit. Mexico has an Air Force? Yeah. Yeah, that amazed me. Oh, fucking speaking of Mexico, some insane shit. I've been watching a lot of actual independent YouTube journalists reporting on stuff lately, and yeah, we all thought Trump was just like this crazy, insane person who like you couldn't listen to anything he said, but he also normalized a lot of really radical talking points that are now echoing in everyone who's running as a Republican for president. And one of the craziest things they're all talking about is labeling Mexican cartels as terrorists and sending military assets south of the border to combat them. And I'm like, that's insane. You're a crazy person. That's an act of war. Are you declaring war on Mexico? Is that what you're doing? Our largest trading partner, who we share like 2,200 miles of border with. You're just going to invade Mexico to kill the cartels. That's going to be like Iraq with tacos. It's going to go horribly.
I mean, we've already tried that.
We have been fighting the war on drugs since most people think Reagan, but before him, basically Nixon. But like, we've been losing. We've been losing the war on drugs the whole time we've been fighting it.
Yeah, literally, Popo Medic did a whole thing on how we had Delta Force train a less brutal cartel to basically take out other cartels, but then
they became the best cartel.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so now we have
all over again.
So now you're gonna send Delta Force down to take on cartels who have the home advantage that were trained by Delta Force. Like it doesn't seem like it's gonna be fucking Vietnam 2.0.
We can't even secure the border. The fuck do you mean we're gonna invade Mexico to hunt the cartel? We can't even catch them coming here. What do you mean we're gonna go there and get them?
A bit of feel-good news for you. There's speaking of drug cartels, a cocaine drug warlord. I don't remember all the details, but down in the Amazon, he's basically threatened all the farmers and other people that are cutting down the rainforest.
Yeah, man.
He's threatened them to stop. He's threatened them to. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he's threatened them to stop, and it's effective.
Yeah. So South America and North America, where they meet, there is no road for like 33 miles on that skinniest bit of land between North and South America there. And there have been like civil wars fought over not building any fucking roads there. They do not want to bridge the North and South America, the Pan America, and whatever the fuck the highway is in Mexico that it would connect to. But yeah, fuck, I forget. I was watching this video just today and I forget the name of it. Something Gap, and it's not like it would be like an easy build anyway. It's like mostly swampland. It's basically the Florida Keys, but you know, land instead of islands. But it would not be an easy road to build. However, they're never going to build a fucking road there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
South America's crazy, you know. You knew South America was crazy when after World War II, Argentina was like, yeah, come on, Nazis, I don't care. They were like, what?
Darien Gap? Yeah. Darien?
Darien? Like the fruit?
Darien.
Darien. Darien Gap? Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Probably named it or some fucking pale-faced white guy discovered that shit or claimed to discover it, even though there are already people there. Which, by the way, Christopher Columbus, real dickhead. You know the first thing he wrote in his journal upon arriving in the New World? These people are dumb and lazy.
Something racist.
Yeah, these people are dumb and lazy. They'd make good slaves. They'd be really easy to control. Literally what he wrote. Fuck that guy. Fuck Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. Well, that was feel-good news.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I mean, still isn't really making too much of a difference, so with the rest of the everything.
Yeah, it's nice to have some feel-good news, though, when everything is terrible all the time.
Everything is fucked and everybody sucks.
And the new
Biscuit reference?
The new iPhone is carbon neutral. And I bought one.
No, it fucking isn't.
I single-handedly saved the planet.
Oh, nice.
You know what would save the planet is if we ended international shipping and international flights and we returned to regionalized ecosystems for manufacturing and, you know, I mean, from like mining the metal to like building the cars. If it was just all done in America and none of the shit was shipped 3/4 of the way around the world, you buy a fucking thing of fruit cups at the grocery store. It's fucking pears grown in Peru, fucking packaged in Thailand, and then I bought them in goddamn Washington. How many fucking trips across the Pacific does this shit need to make? It's fucking ridiculous, man. It's greedy rich assholes. They're ruining the world.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's basically how it's always going to be.
I'm all for bring out the guillotines. Let's just start executing billionaires to end all of our problems. I think we'll make a lot of progress that way, actually. Sincerely. Like,
yeah.
I'm not Johnny Silverhand.
I'm
not a terrorist. I'm just saying, let's try it out. See how it goes.
I did see that they're going to put the new Resident Evil 4 remake on the new iPhone. I'm curious how that's going to go.
It's a very impressive looking game to put on a phone.
Yeah.
But hey, semiconductors, TSMC. Dude, I'm going to send you this channel on YouTube called Asianometry. He is like I think hardware engineer for like these big companies that make like microcontrollers and processors and wafer chips and everything. I think he might actually work for TSMC or Samsung. But he's enlightened me so much to just... And Devon's gone. Yeah, just the world of... And Devon's back. Yeah, he's in his videos have enlightened me so much to just the world of modern computing and how much of it is just from like two companies, both of which are in Asia, and how much we depend on that and how much they control, and it's insane. TSMC
Microsoft are in America.
Microsoft is in America, and they may use parts from TSMC or Samsung, but they don't indigenously make things like semiconductors and microcontrollers in Silicon Valley. They don't make anything in Silicon Valley but smug machines and bad Ponzi schemes that all end up as crypto rug pulls anymore in Silicon Valley.
I was just being facetious.
So facetious.
Don't be a fascist.
I'm not joking.
Fascist?
Oh, what was the line from Barbie? It's like, you called me a fascist. I'm not a fascist. I don't control steel mills or trains. It was really funny. I'm going to find the actual line.
I think I got right to that part and then stopped. I was watching it on lunch yesterday. We got right to that part.
I watched it. I torrented it because, again, I don't want to give studios any of my money, and that movie's made enough fucking money. I'd still do horrible things to Margot Robbie, but yeah. I liked it. I thought it was great. I don't understand what little manlet Ben Shapiro is so upset about. Probably just because it wasn't made specifically for him, and you know he's not used to things not being tailor-made for him because he was probably daddy's special boy growing up who always got his way.
I mean, that's just people in general, though, anymore. Like, people are mad about Starfield because you can choose what pronoun you want. People are mad about Oppenheimer because there's so much dialogue. Like, people just get mad about everything.
How was Oppenheimer? And why is it not out yet?
3 hours and it's mostly dialogue. So if you want to watch people talk for 3 hours, you can watch Oppenheimer or a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Thought I saw a spider. I didn't.
It was probably one of the most pivotal moments, if not the most pivotal moment for our kind.
It was definitely when we gained the ability to exterminate ourselves most efficiently.
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't the best. I mean, definitely pretty bad times.
What's your favorite movie, Dirks?
John Carpenter's 1982 The Thing.
Solid movie. Breakout role for Kurt Russell, who was already a famous child actor with Disney. Fuck Disney. But anyway, I found the line. Fascist? She thinks I'm a fascist? I don't control the railways or the flow of commerce. Oh, Barbie. Nah, mostly just Margot Robbie. I love her in anything.
I remember that line now.
Yeah. Pink cowgirl Barbie was like, "I'm not a fascist."
Wild times, wild times.
We live in interesting times, for sure.
That is very true.
If we live through them, they'll be great to talk about. No one will believe. None kids won't believe us when we talk about what we lived through. I mean, global pandemic.
I mean,
we weren't allowed to leave your house. Everybody had to wear masks, and nobody could go anywhere.
Oh, well, everything is so well documented now.
Is it though? Or do we just think it is? I mean, yeah, it was all reported on, massively and widely. But like, are you going to be able to find any of that in 20 years? Is any of that going to stand the test of time, or is it going to get taken out with a server wipe to save space so BuzzFeed can tell you about more 10 cheeses you've never heard of, or whatever the fuck BuzzFeed?
I mean, I wouldn't say
it's
that. I'd say we'll be oversaturated. We'll have so much random things that'll be hard to tell what's true and false.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's already hard to tell.
That's definitely true, especially with AI generated stuff. But then they also say that they'll come up with AI that will be able to detect what's AI generated.
Yeah, you're trying to fight fire with fire, and you're just going to burn the fucking house down is what you're going to do.
So, I mean, already, like, you watch Brian Monarch on YouTube, and, like, his fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger skits are like, God damn, some of these,
they're really good.
They're really good.
Yeah. What was the one I shared the other day? It was him singing. It wasn't Hips Don't Lie, but he was singing something.
Whitney Houston.
Yeah. I Will Always Love You, but it was Arnold. It was great. And it's his face,
that one.
The voice sounds great, and it's like, damn.
Yeah, that channel's overall good, because they even did one where he played Dr. Evil, and it was It's a Hard Knock Life.
And like, that's great, and we're laughing at those, and those are funny, but like, that is AI generated without Arnold's permission. That's exactly what studios want to do, and none of us are for that. Sean Penn, the thing I shared that you mentioned that he talked about, he's like, you don't understand, like, that's me, and then from now on they can make me do anything without my consent. Tell you what, how about it's your daughter? I want an AI scan of your daughter. I'm going to bring her over to my house, and me and 3 of my buddies are just going to do whatever we want with her all night. Is it okay now? I didn't think so. And it's like, well, yeah, man's got a point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're already at that point, though, because with the guy that played in Cyberpunk, the Dr. Vic, his Polish actor already died. And from the time of game release to now, he died. So for Phantom Liberty, they've already gotten his voice scans, and they've already done AI generations for the game. So like, we're already at that point now where the game companies are starting to do it.
Well, it's not like they're doing it with a new game. This is still the same game. So I don't know. It's still bad, but I feel like that makes it less bad because he agreed to be in this game already.
Yeah, but I don't think he agreed to be
expansions.
Like it's one of those things where them doing this opens the doors because people always push things. That's why we are where we are now with like DLC, because
you give
DLC
didn't always take a mile.
DLC started off with
horse armor,
and yep,
I remember
the
it's a shit
like
show, epic proportions.
The $3 horse armor that was originally scheduled to be in Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and they took it out, and then they gave it a shot. And people ate it up. I did. I was like 6 years old. I was like, or not 6, I was like 10 years old. Like, I don't care.
I never played Oblivion. Hate me. Don't care.
But, yeah, so them doing that opened it up, and then it's only gotten worse since then. To now, games have battle passes where you gotta basically pay money. You pay money for the base game, then you gotta pay money every season to play the new content.
Oh yeah, I get fucking emails from Halo Waypoint all the time. I don't even have the new Xbox and the new Halo yet, but
yep,
it's like, oh, season whatever is now live, like season this, season that. I'm like, bruh, I haven't even been able, because this shit is so expensive now, I haven't been able to even get the new game yet, and I'm already behind.
Yep.
PC is the way. But I get the same thing. I get emails from Rockstar about whatever the fuck GTA Online's doing, and I'm like, I haven't played Grand Theft Auto in like 5 years. Like, why are you emailing me this? I'm obviously not going to play it. Like,
yeah, it's ridiculous where we've gotten to, where basically, because I know the whole thing where if you didn't play your, I think it was Epic or whatever, if you didn't log into your account, basically there was a whole thing where for like 3 days people thought, because they put it out in a way that was very easily to misconstrue, that if you didn't log into your account after, for like a year, that your account basically will get deactivated and all your games get deleted. Now, they did clarify it and say, no, that's not going to happen. But the fact that it went on for 3 days and no one had any kind of, that they have that kind of power.
Fuck it, big games. They broke Payday 2.
So, it's wild.
Shit is wild. More good news. I brought up Rockstar. Speaking sort of Rockstar because they published these games, but not Rockstar. Remedy, the original developer, is doing a remake of Max Payne 1 and 2. And I am excited for that because those were very good, very difficult PlayStation 2 games that I enjoyed a lot.
Never heard of her.
You probably only heard of Max Payne 3, which is the one most people played, but there were 2 games before the third one, and there's been none since. Probably because of the Remedy Rockstar relationship there. They got Alan Wake back, and they're making Alan Wake 2. I saw the trailer for that. I don't know when it comes out, but
I don't know.
Also, I don't know. Apparently, there's a Red Dead 3 and Grand Theft Auto 6 are allegedly in development right now, and I'm like, what more are you gonna do?
It's gonna take like 7 years to make.
Yeah, and will I even care at that point? Probably not.
No. The other big thing was Unity started charging people for companies that use their stuff for downloads.
Yeah, but I watched a video about that, and like the way they did it, all these small like indie devs and stuff were saying like, oh, this is gonna bankrupt us, it's gonna put us out of business. It's like none of them looked at the way they're structured. You gotta hit like 200,000 sales and downloads of the game before they even like start charging you with that pricing model. So it's like evidently it's not gonna shut any disc down. It
is. So there is caveats to that though, that so it doesn't actually look at sales, it looks at how many people activate the game. So that 200,000 will also include people that pirate the game. And the only way for them to basically fight that is for the company to be like, look, we think this many people have, pirated the game, but that's just more work on the developer themselves.
How's Unity gonna know the game was pirated, though?
Because they're gonna basically whenever there's any kind of update to the game, it's gonna see how many updates were downloaded. And it's not going to count how many of those, say 400,000 updates were downloaded and only like 350,000 were bought. It's not going to go and be like, okay, well, those 50,000, probably pirated, we're not going to charge you for that. It's going to be, no, we're going to charge you for all, 400,000.
How many people are pirating like $5 to $10 Steam games, though,
You underestimate.
I guess I do, because I don't play that jank shit. I see that it was made in Unity, and I'm like, I'm not playing this garbage.
Oh no, there's really good games that are made in Unity. Like one of the big ones that came out this year, Cult of the Lamb, fantastic game. But they said they're going to pull it off basically everywhere January 1st because of this new thing. And then I know other companies have already said that, we've put, 2 years into building this game on Unity, but we're going to have to start over because we're not going to pay this. So it's a very unfortunate thing, very shady business practice that they now decide that they want more money.
Is it even that they want more money or that they just want to, make a profit?
No, they made profit.
Unity's not been doing
profit.
Great. I mean, you look at the engine, it's...
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is they shouldn't be rich and famous off something that, small game studios are using to make. So
That's true. I bet Unreal cost a fuckload of money, which is probably why most people don't use it, but...
Yeah.
I think there's money in nostalgia. It's just like Disney making live action out of old, or their classics, turning the classics into live action.
There's
a lot of money in nostalgia. And it's
when you butcher it, though?
Parents that grew up to those movies as like a kid, taking their kids to see the new version, and everyone enjoys it.
There's some money in nostalgia, but there isn't enough money in nostalgia. The failure of Ghostbusters has shown us that.
Yeah, but I mean, also it would have been better if, like, that's why the Ghostbusters that had Paul Rudd did a lot better, because it was definitely that female-driven terrible cast. Yeah, but they did another one where they didn't have the kids do it, and then Paul Rudd, like, that one did a lot better.
The kid from Stranger Things, and it still didn't like profit.
It didn't.
Like
I think that it's a little harder with games.
Profit.
I think it's harder with games because there's so many games, and the ones that have done really, really, really well, like
it killed it.
Halo, Call of Duty, these games, they have created like a whole series. You know what I mean?
I never have.
So there's not really a nostalgia. Halo came out with their the collection and remastered all their games, so they kind of tapped into it. But you know what I mean? Like, there's so many older games that are, you know, don't play on any new computers and whatnot, but there's so many different ones that it's hard to say, like, what one, if we remastered this, would make a lot of sales.
Yeah.
The state of gaming is a lot like the current state of America, really. We've the disappearing of the middle class. There's no like middle of the road games anymore. Games are either great AAA, huge budget, amazing titles, or they're indie games. And like, there's no like, Sly Cooper. Like, that was just an okay game. Like, it didn't set sales records or anything, but like, it was okay, and it was fine that they made it for not an insane budget. And it was fine that it wasn't, you know, a generational tour de force in gaming that revolutionized the landscape. And I don't know, is anybody trying to make just like middle of the road games anymore? Just like an okay game? Like Splinter Cell games, those were always like okay games. They weren't like great. They were okay.
I mean, it's hard to do. It's hard to go and do nowadays because reviews for games are so... If you look at the standard, the 1 through 10, back in the day, you know, 5 would be a medium game. Nowadays, 5 is absolute worst garbage, like, basically unplayable.
That's the collapse of journalistic integrity is partly at fault for that.
But I wouldn't say, like, a game being an indie game is gonna say it's bad, just because there is a lot more creative freedom to indie developers. That does help them do more adventurous things, because I put up the game for games made on the Unity engine, and it's a very wide spectrum. So it goes from Untitled Goose Game to Cuphead to, let's see what else. It goes to Outer Wilds, not Outer Worlds, the other one. The game that came out the same day with the confusing name. My Friend Pedro, Hollow Knight, Pokemon Go, Beat Saber, Rust, Subnautica. Like, those are all Fall Guys, like Genshin Impact. Those are all really big games. They're all vastly different for what they're trying to do. Like, Hollow Knight's obviously a Metroidvania. Rust is a survival game. Subnautica's, you know, a open world game. They're all vastly different.
Yeah, I guess Subnautica's sort of like a middle of the road game. I mean, they were trying to be real groundbreaking and stuff with the all the underwater, and it's the whole water world and everything in the story, but like, it's still got that like, this is an indie game feel, you know? It's like, I don't know. Well, a lot of that too is like, there's no like middle of the road studios anymore. Like, they all got bought up or bought out or shut down. Thanks, EA.
Indie games, if they like trend, you know, and become super, super popular.
Now there's 50 of them.
Does that change? I mean, yes, it's still an indie game, but does that change the feel of the game? What's a good example? Among Us. Okay, that came out as probably someone who was like, well,
that's
let's see how this goes.
Game. That shit could be a phone game in 2010. I'm not impressed by that. That's an indie game.
No, I'm
That's
not. I'm not saying it's a middle of the road game. I'm saying like it came out as like a small.
One that kind of peaked up and started a whole thing because now there's so many different things.
But
it also burnt out. It burnt out pretty fast. Like people aren't still as talking about it as much. It's not trending on TikTok like it used to.
And there's also a lot of clones of that nowadays because there's like a Goose one now that I've seen people play that's just like it, but actually
that's what happens when you make a game like Among Us, though, when it is an indie game and it's a small team and it's not a very complicated game to recreate. You get knockoff, and it's like
they're
like a middle of the road
first game of its kind. It's not the first of its kind, and I can't remember the name of it, but I played a game that was similar. It was like a fucking Pilgrim Town or something. And every night someone would come out and be a murderer, and then you'd all have to like have a meeting about who the murderer is.
So what?
Fun game.
What Among Us is just a indie style reskin of fucking Gary's Mod, Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
there's people playing that in 2009 when I was first on YouTube. I remember that. I remember those days. Gary's Mod's still a thing.
Yeah, it just isn't as. It's another one that's not really just not talked about.
Isn't Gary's Mod still free?
You go to Best Buy and walk down the video game aisle, and then look at the games and be like, "Wait, this game is on number 14."
Buddy, I've had a PC for a long time now. I haven't been to a game store since GameStops existed, probably.
Well, I'm just saying you'll find plenty of middle of the road games that you didn't know still existed that are still pumping out. It's not just the sports games that seem to come out with a new version every year. It's I saw one the other day. It was
which by the way, sports games for their own sake need to stop doing that because they're fucking awful. Street Fighter is a classic arcade style game though. Like it's been around since the 80s. That's one of those things I feel like is never gonna go away. There have been knockoffs of that too.
People still buy the sports games like crazy.
Oh yeah,
because they have to have the new one. And now they're coming out with like the Kobe Bryant edition, and
we don't disrespect Kobe Bryant in this podcast. I love that man.
But I mean, that's the thing is they're basically going and doing that to justify making the new game. That's the only things that really change are they'll change who's on each team and
it's a roster update.
The game style. Like it's
Well, games are also coming out with more and more editions of the same game. Yeah. So you got the game, and then you got the collector's edition, and then you got the collector's premium edition,
and you got the
plutonium
in-game hat and a bunch of digital currency. Yay! No, I'm the only sports game I've played in like the last 10 years is like 2K, and even that I'm done with that. I don't even have the bandwidth to play it anymore. Like I'm not, my internet. That's fine. I just don't give a shit about 2K enough to play it anymore. I'll watch.
There's one game that's coming out. Yeah. Coming out that I'm super excited about. It's Homeworld 3. I spent like $150.
Is that one of those click everything on the screen games? I've never been into those. I don't know how to play those.
It's one of the original space real-time simulator games.
Oh wow, the limited actually looks pretty good.
Are you into Starfield yet? I'm waiting till I finish my PC to even.
I haven't played it yet. It's pre-installed on my computer, but I haven't. Maybe tomorrow I'll check it out. I've heard nothing but bad things about it though.
What are your computer specs, Devon? I don't know anything about your computer.
Man, I wish you would let me get a new CPU before I told you. Yeah, I built it myself.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I've got most of a PC setup that Miller gave me, and I got to buy some stuff. But then, because I'm moving and I'll have money again, I was like, well, why don't I just buy all new stuff and build a whole new one? So I'm doing that probably. But
let me pull up my specs.
Well, you do that.
The processor is an AMD Ryzen 5. When I got it, I thought that was going to be good enough. It is nowhere near good enough. I need like a 7 or a 9, preferably the 9.
Is it bottlenecking? Is it bottlenecking you?
Like, are you feeling
Sometimes.
Is it the limiting factor of your PC? It's what bottlenecking means?
I do some intent. I'll be on a video game on Discord while I'm rendering something, doing this and that, and yeah, it'll start to warm up a bit. The graphics card is the RTX 3080 Ti, I think.
Oh, nice. Those are pretty good.
It's a very good graphics card, but yeah, with more processor, you could more easily do things you already do.
I added more RAM. It's 4 sticks of 8 gigabytes. Something like
4 times 8. That's a number. I don't know which one, but it's a number. 36.
it's 32 terabytes of storage. The operating system itself is installed on an NVMe drive and separate. Like all the data is on these huge hard drives, but the operating system and then the programs themselves are on the main NVMe drive. And then what else? I don't know what else to.
I mean, those are really going to be the big things because your RAM and your motherboard and all that can be pretty easily changed. Mainly, it's just your CPU, GPU that are going to be the big factors.
Yeah, the CPU is holding me back now. It's going to be the next thing I upgrade.
And then, of course, power supply and cooling. Cooling is an important factor. I am all in favor of
It sucks too because I see these things come off the truck every Wednesday, and I'm like, oh my god, I want one.
You're running liquid cooling on all your stuff, right, Devon?
No, I don't think I warm up the system enough to need it. The fans on the graphics card don't even turn on.
I mean, modern PCs are like turbocharged engines. Colder is always better.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that your fans aren't coming on your GPU. I would check that out because it should always be running, even if it's not. But for CPU, you can do an AIO cooler just to go and keep that as low as possible, and they're like $100.
I think there's one of those in this PC Miller gave me. I don't know because I don't know what any of that shit means, but I'm going to learn it. I'm going to learn this stuff, guys. I've been watching hacker
AIO means all in one.
I've been watching Linus Tech Tips and shit. I'm learning
him. He's a dominance.
No, he's a big piece of shit. Actually, I just found out.
He's also really retarded because a lot of the stuff he does for reviews, he'll go out of his way to make things harder, and then when it doesn't perform as good because he's made it harder and obviously fucked up some step, he's like, oh, it was the item. It wasn't me.
Did you see what he did to this company that developed this solely for 3080
He basically did a terrible review and then shit on them.
And then that's their prototype. Like, he was supposed to send that back to them, and then he auctioned the fucker off for charity. And it's like, dude, that's stealing. You just stole intellectual property. You're gonna get fucking sued, you idiot. Fuck Linus Tech Tips.
Yeah.
But no, I've been trying to learn some PC
AIO
stuff.
means all in one. Essentially, it's instead of having to build your own liquid cooler and attach it, it already comes with it pre-built. That way you can just install that.
Hello?
So
Wait, what?
I just heard the Discord noise.
No?
No. I don't know. I'm in Lee added me to 3 or 4 Discords that beep all the time, and I'm like, I don't know any of these fucking people or care about any of the 4chan shit they're posting, dude. I don't fucking care. Why'd you add me to this?
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, the computers are pretty simple. Mainly just make sure that you have enough power, your power supply is big enough to handle all that, which if you're only upgrading CPU, you should be fine because there won't be that much more drain.
Amps. Gotta get up my tradesman's triangle, do volts, watts, and amps.
Yeah.
Do some electricity math.
I mean, you don't have to do that. You just have to basically, whenever you put your computer in PC part picker, it tells you how many amps you're going to use or watts you're going to use.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's what I use to build the computer to make sure everything's compatible.
Yeah, and that's the best, just because it'll PC Bar Picker will go and tell you the best prices for where to get everything, which typically, I mean, is only going to be one or two places.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Best Buy every time.
You parts listed me a build, and I was surprised at. I mean, it's not cheap. It's still like $4,000, but I was surprised that it was like only $4,000. I was like, wow. I don't know why I thought building a PC was like way more expensive than this.
I get everything at cost.
Oh yeah, because you're an employee there, so you get everything cheaper. I was like, I don't think so, but yeah, you do because you work there. That makes sense. That makes sense.
The discount on things it just depends on what it is, because Best Buy will sell things. They'll forward their savings on. They'll sell things at cost for some things, but then other things like headsets are usually like 50-60% off.
Okay.
I really should upgrade my headphones at some point from these free ones you gave me like 6 years ago.
I sent you headphones?
No, Dirks gave me some a long time ago in the barracks. I'm wearing them right now.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I have no idea what they are either.
But
get the Kraken Kitty ones.
Jesus.
I'll get Kitty Earhead. They come with a little swing down mic, so I can get rid of this floppy piece of shit.
Yeah, they have light up. They have light up kitty ears, bunny ears, and bear ears included.
Yeah, that's some cutesy shit. My girlfriend will love that. I'll buy her something.
I get it 50% off. It's like a $200 headset, and I think I get it for like $120.
Good God!
That's the price of cutesy shit. That's the cute tax. That's what that is.
Dang. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. It is interesting, I will say, with the whole game thing, because there are definitely some very well done remakes. Like the System Shock remake was really well done. Old 98 game that got remade, pretty good. But also some really weird games, like especially because I'm sure you see it a lot, Devon, because you see a lot more physical games. But like the amount of games that are getting remade and put on the Switch because the Switch can handle it. Like already they had planned for later this year to put on Switch the whole Batman Arkham City trilogy.
I was working with one of my coworkers that saw a game that was on the Switch, and she seemed surprised. It was like a war game or something. It was definitely. I didn't see the cover of it myself, but I heard it as like World War something, War Company or something. And I was like, oh, that is kind of edgy for Nintendo.
Yeah, it's some of these games are just are really weird. Like I didn't think a Switch was capable of running games that. I mean, obviously it's very well. It can handle them pretty good, but like some of these games seem like they're too new for it. But it seems to be running just fine. I haven't heard anything like super negative.
I'm gonna be interested to see how the port,
which is super popular,
the port of Red Dead Redemption works on the Switch, because it was so badly optimized in its initial release that it never got a PC release. Still to this day, no PC release for Red Dead 1, but yeah, I'll be interested to see how it performs.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be neat. Oh, is it Warhammer 40,000?
I don't think so, but maybe. I don't know. Is Warhammer an edgy game?
That's like the...
We're about dorks who like painting models,
But yeah, essentially it's very dark fucking like series. It's like it's like models and all that, but like it's supposed it's rated M. But like it's supposed to be a very dark series. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how like some of these games are. I don't
care. I'm never buying a Switch. Not again.
Yeah, like I had one that I didn't really get any use out of it because there's not a lot of games. Like there are a couple games I do like on the Switch, but there's too many other games, and I don't play games as is.
Yeah.
Have either of you tried the ROG, whatever it's called?
I have a buddy that bought when we went back to the States. He seems to like it pretty well.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's the Steam Deck competitor.
No, I'm not. I've never been into handheld gaming. It's just not my thing.
It's not doing well. No, it's really like we have more open box of them than we have actual new in box.
Well, yeah,
they're that bad.
Party, man.
They're really bad. Yeah, I asked a friend of mine.
Steam Deck.
A friend of mine bought it and then returned it. Apparently, there's a lot of lag. It just doesn't run. It doesn't run very well. Someone, I did a curbside delivery where I walk it out to. They're parked in the curb, and I walk it out to their vehicle, and it was a fucking sailor, and he was all excited to get it. I'm like, here you go. He was like, thanks, man. I was like, you're welcome. See you in 3 days.
Oh no!
When you return it and buy a Switch.
Now the Steam Deck. You're talking about the Steam Deck. So the Steam Deck at least has they've done the same thing that ROG's done, where they had their errors, but they've gotten all those kinks sorted out. Like the ROG will probably be good in like a year, but like it'll take time because
will they survive till then though?
No, they will. ROG's a big company. So I don't see them going down. Like they do enough other computer stuff. This is kind of just something that they were one of the ones brave enough to try and be a competitor to the Steam Deck.
Is that the black one?
Jesus Christ, Devon, African American.
Yeah, I think it. No,
I think it's the black one.
No, there was a fucking. I think it was made by Sony. It was made by Sony.
PSP? That's the last handheld
thing
I remember.
Yeah, PSP and the PS Vita.
The Vita.
There was a second one?
Well, actually, that was 3 because the PSP and they had the PS Go, which was they had like the Motorola like kick like that where slid.
Oh man, this is giving me major throwbacks to the PS Vita.
I had a fucking sidekick. It slid open from the side. Why did we go away from that? I really liked that. I liked having a physical keyboard. That was fun.
There's the PS Go. But the PS Vita was essentially the new. I had one. It was actually really nice. They had a good bunch of games on it. I ended up, I don't know why I sold it. I think the same thing with the Switch. I play it for various times, and I'm like, I don't really want to play on a handheld. I'd rather just play on my computer and not have to worry about battery life.
I remember. Go ahead.
I think phones stole the market from the handheld gaming. Handheld consoles just aren't super popular anymore because phones more and more are going to be able to play similar quality games.
Yeah, it's the main selling point for a lot of handhelds nowadays is like Nintendo because they keep a lot of their IP and their intellectual localized, so it doesn't go out in other things. But like,
there's a lot of stuff they.
Well, Nintendo, their games are so good handheld. They have so many good handheld games that are like the Super Mario, the Monkey Ball, like all of those games that are exclusively Nintendo.
Yeah, and if you look at like even the PS Vita, like if you type in PS Vita games, like a lot of their games are just regular games just made portable, like Borderlands 2, Jak and Daxter Trilogy, Uncharted, Assassin's Creed, Persona. Like they're all. What else do we have? We have Killzone. We have God of War. Like they're all games that you didn't need to play. They were just games that could be turned into portable. They weren't games that already were portable, like created for portable. So it's kind of
games that are
a different market for
not portable.
The market for Nintendo too is like kids that are on the go. They're going to school. They're parents want them to have something on road trips.
Yeah, to keep them shut up. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, I did post a picture in the chat like of a PS Go and then the PS Vita. Like they definitely are different.
I will look.
You can tell the PS Vita is the bottom one. I mean, it definitely has that newer look.
Oh well, yeah, it did slide open.
You saying PS Vitas are for bottoms?
I mean,
whoa!
I like the PS Vita, so you can say whatever you want about me. But
all I know about the Sony handhelds is that in 7th grade, my buddy had a PSP, and he was all hyped about it. He's like, dude, it's so cool. I can go on the internet and watch porn on this thing. And I was like, whatever, dude. I can watch porn on my laptop. Like, yeah. But, yeah, speaking of phones and handheld games, our podcast sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have a sponsor. We need viewers to have a sponsor.
Yeah.
But hey, Raid.
A while ago for that.
We're always here, Raid. We'll take your money.
We'll give our viewer raids.
I probably won't play it. Actually, I'll do my own ad read that they'll probably hate. But if they were cool with Internet Historians ads, they'd probably be fine with ours.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know. The game market overall is just in a very interesting place. Curious to see where it'll go. I mean,
very dynamic, yeah.
For me personally, a lot of the games I'm playing are just indie games because a lot of the big games seem to be kind of failing me. And the game companies I do like that are big take 4 or 5 years between each game, so it's really.
I got time to kill.
That brings me back to Homeworld. You said you looked at Homeworld?
Yeah, I like their collector's edition. It looked pretty neat because came with a model ships and all that.
Let me tell you the story about.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Bring your headset.
No.
It's probably wired. Oh, this fucker. Okay, well, I guess I'll save my story. No. Well, so I was in the mall, and this was back when games would come on a disc, and they would put a bunch of these discs in the clearance bin outside a GameStop as you're walking by. And so I was digging through it, and I found Homeworld, and I'm like, oh my god, this cover art looks amazing. It's like $5. I'm like, this cover art looks amazing. I have to have this game. It ended up being super, super, super difficult. I could not get past level, I think, 3 or 4. And the death on that game is very slow and very painful. It's a slow, painful, you're just slowly getting picked off.
God, that would annoy me so much.
Oh, it's a good thing my dad's laptop was under a extended warranty because I think I broke it a couple times, by punching it. But,
no!
But it's a great game, and I think it changed the RTS landscape a little bit because it was one of the first, if not the first, space RTS. And so they had 1, and then 2 came out. 2 was really good, and then nothing for a really, really, really long time. And then all of a sudden, back in 2014, they remastered both of them. And I was so over the moon. I was screaming when I heard the announcement. And then you can get the remastered collection, which includes both games, for $3 when it goes on sale. I got it for Kyle, and he was all mad. He was like, "Why'd you buy me something?" And I'm like, "It's $3."
I just feel bad you bought me something I'll never play. It's sorry. But
send it to Dirt.
You just gotta keep buying.
I don't think I can send a gift I've already received. I don't know how Steam works. I don't know if anybody who watches this, all 3 of you, have caught on. I'm kind of a fucking idiot. I don't actually figure things out that quickly. But one cool
email
thing
them,
I did,
be like, "Can you send this game to my friend?"
Before I forget, when I went to the bathroom, I remembered one cool thing I did. Check it out. I made myself a belt out of an old car seat belt recently.
Oh, nice.
Yep. The 80s Chevy seat belt. I'm super proud of that. Your boy can sew.
I'm pretty sure you can buy those, though.
Probably, but yeah. It was there. It wasn't going anywhere.
Wow, it's full price right now.
What is...
Wait.
Yeah, they do. They even do ones where the the fibers that go around, like that connect the buckle to the actual area, like are different.
Oh, this is just black.
The Homeworld Remastered Collection.
Somebody's sleepy.
Yeah, it's me. I'm sleepy.
It's Dirks. Dirks has been over there yawning, and yawns are contagious, so now I'm yawning.
You're welcome.
Police car just went by. Which is weird.
For you?
Yeah.
Is it your Uber?
The police car, they don't do Uber.
They're very angry.
They do if you break the law.
I don't break the law. Closest thing I come to breaking the law is smoking in the house, but I'm breaking my lease. Fuck them.
I break enough laws for the both of us.
Quit it.
we can share.
A shared criminal record.
What is your Steam name, Dirks?
Message him that. Don't say it on pod. One of our 4 viewers might spam you with weird stuff or something.
I mean, they're already seeing it because they know.
Yeah.
You get a message from someone who's your biggest fan.
I like your podcast, guys. Keep making them. Thanks, one guy who's commented on our videos. We will, just for you.
But either that or this, I don't know. I can never remember, but it's one of those.
Okay. Well, here's mine. It's the same name everywhere.
Oh, nice. Makes it easy.
I make it really easy for stalkers.
Yeah, I do the same shit. I get the same username like everywhere. I had the same phone number since I was in like 8th grade. Same
it's my brand.
Email too.
Like,
so, yeah, it's my brand.
It's my brand.
God, remember when commercials didn't suck? I do.
Yeah, I go on YouTube to watch commercials. That didn't suck.
Oh yes, me too. I save them. Yeah. Actually, fucking download that.
Yeah, it's just nice to remember good times before 9/11 really changed everything.
I do like watching old TV and just remembering pre 9/11 America, what little of it I got to experience. Because I was like 7 when that shit happened, but like.
Yeah.
Definitely things were better, and it's not just because I was 7. Things were definitely better before. Damn you, Bush.
Simpler times.
Bush Sr. was almost eaten by cannibals during World War II? So close. So close.
At Burning Man?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Shot down somewhere in the Pacific. I forget the name of the island, but yeah, he was... A bunch of planes went down there, and yeah, he was like the one pilot who got rescued out of like 9 of them.
Level 57. Holy fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how.
Dirks does work.
I don't know what I do.
Know.
You are a killer of the Steam community.
And she's just here for the lulz.
Like the only person that is next is Lee, and he's level 50. And like I know Lee's had his. This is my second or third Steam account, so like I know.
Dude, I'm like level 6.
I bet you're driving around in a lulz Lois.
God damn you. God damn you.
Stealing that when I want to be cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I don't understand because like I don't know why. I'm 57.
You got years of service on that account too. Like,
yes. Thank you for your service.
I have 7 years of service. Like Lee has 11 and he's only level 50. I don't understand.
What are my years of service? I want to see my medals.
I think mine are like
level 8,
6 or something.
You are 12 years of service.
Wow.
Member since 2010 October.
Hey,
so
buddy,
another month.
8 more, you can retire.
And give up this life of crime.
Yeah, you do your 20, get out.
Jesus.
I hear the police again. What the fuck's going on in my neighborhood that's not my neighborhood anymore at the end of the month? Something cool happened in the neighborhood the other day. Told the boys about it in the Facebook group chat. Neighbor across the street. Not grade A, but like grade B plus MILF. They got a puppy now, the family there, and she went out at night to walk him or just to let him out, go potty in the backyard or whatever, and tank top panties, outside smoking, as I was when I still gave a shit about not smoking in this place, and made eye contact. I waved. She couldn't have missed me. I had a glowing cigarette in my hand. It was cool. She's always in like Hoochie Mama up her ass shorts, though. Yeah, it was a cool thing that happened. It made my day. It was nice. It was like, I don't know if you caught on to this, but like not a lot like happens to me lately since I've been out in the military. Like, there's like a constant struggle for survival. So like a cool thing that happened is like, oh, hey, saw the neighbor in her panties. Nice. Like,
that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you do? Like, mostly not shit and watch YouTube videos. Like, pretty much, I don't do anything. And that was a cool thing that happened. Yeah, I'm out of things to talk about. Unless you guys had more to talk about.
I mean,
I'm a dog. Bark, bark.
I was thinking about dogs earlier, so I'm watching a lot of like hacker videos, and hackers never use their real name. Hackers always have like a screen name, and
because they're anonymous.
Yeah, and they're legion. But no, in one of the cyberpunk books that Dirk's got me, Raish Bartmoss's Guide to the Net. One of Raish Bartmoss's associates was his screen name was Dog. And his picture was just a dog barking, and he would never actually like speak. He would only ever just bark or woof. And I was just like, that would be a hilarious thing to do today, is to be a hacker named Dog and just never actually like reply or talk to anyone, and just only ever be like bark, just to type like bark in chat or however hackers talk. I don't know. Because I'm not a hacker.
So that line I just said is actually from one of the salesmen at Best Buy. Just completely one day walking through the warehouse while I was just sitting there, and just out of nowhere he's like, I'm a dog, bark.
I thought the anonymous one was his line.
I'm starting to notice that like people his age, like the kids his age, like the 20-somethings and whatever, like the really 16, dumb. 17, 18, they say just the most random shit out of nowhere. And I'm like, did you hear that on a TV show? Is it something you heard on TikTok?
Come on, man. Like no. Our generation wasn't LOLXD so random, rar, We were pretty dumb too. We grew out of it. They will too, I hope.
I love it. I think it's hilarious because I steal half of what they say and I repurpose it into my own.
How do you do, fellow kids?
My brand. It's my brand.
My brand. So how do you do, fellow kids?
The only other thing I had was that I finally finished that fucking Lego set.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The great wave of
you got all the pieces?
Yeah, that took a while.
Pieces
they kept fighting me. Pretty.
Yeah. I told my family that I don't want the Titanic right now. I don't want them to get me the Titanic for my birthday.
You don't want the Titanic, period, bro. It's a bad omen.
What? Yeah, no, I definitely want it.
We shouldn't be fucking with the Titanic. We should leave that bitch where it's at. Just let it be.
That actually reminds me of the new iPhone. The new iPhone 15 is made out of titanium. It's 100% recycled from the Titan that imploded. They brought up the pieces.
There wasn't enough titanium in that thing.
Wasn't
enough titanium left for an iPhone. They repurposed the Logitech controller.
Yeah.
That fucker survived, unbelievably. They found it intact. I couldn't believe it. They saw screenshots. Yo, the controller made it, guys. Like, damn.
The controller was the only thing that lasted. That fucking killed that pressure. Oh, damn.
Oh my god! You need to contact Logitech right now and tell them.
Ew, whatever you're making these controllers out of, keep it up.
Yeah, we're gonna have those in the next fucking.
Dude, I can't wait for the marketing campaign, dude. Picture of it in the sand at the bottom of the ocean. You'll never break this one. Rage at Call of Duty all you want. You won't break this one.
Indestructible.
Yeah, fucking for real. God damn.
Its performance is Titanic. I do so love it when billionaires die.
Especially the stupid preventable things that were easily preventable.
God, I can't wait until
speaking
Elon dies
of
stupidly.
Crazy rich people and submarines. I watched a show or a movie that I downloaded a while ago that has like a 100% Rotten Tomatoes review, which, if you don't know, is really high.
It is really high.
It was Into the Deep. It was about a guy that took down a reporter in his submarine.
Oh, he
and
killed
then
her. I've heard that story.
Resurfaced without her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember that story. That guy killed her, and then he was like, he like came back to port, and they were asking him questions, and he was like, "She never showed up."
Yeah, and he was like, "No, I didn't do it." And all of the people around him was like, "It couldn't possibly be him. Like, he wouldn't do it. Like, he's just not that type of person." And as more and more info started like coming out, it looked more and more like him. It creeped me out. Especially when they found like actual videos of like women being tortured and killed. I didn't even know that shit's floating around there on the net.
It's not on the regular internet. It's on the dark web, but
no, it's still.
Well, yeah, that's where I browse, like Firefox dark mode.
Oh my god, I hate you. No, it's still around. You just have to find whatever replaced Live Leak. That's like back in the day, you could find that shit on the fucking Live Leak. Beheading videos. 2 kids, 1 screwdriver, shit like that. But now it's a lot.
I'm not even gonna ask.
I will just say, for anyone who doesn't know, the Pain Olympics was fake. The internet's debunked it. Pain Olympics was fake.
Yeah, that one was fake. 2 Kids on Sandbox was true because that happened in Russia.
Are we done talking about it? Yeah, I'm gonna put my headphones back on.
So yeah, there's a lot of messed up stuff on the internet that you don't have to be on the dark web for, but I just recommend staying away from it because of the reason I'm fucked up like I am. It's because that's what I grew up on.
Sometimes that stuff ends up on YouTube Kids. YouTube's algorithm is really bad at doing its job. It's also really good at suggesting me things I don't want to fucking watch.
Yeah, it's really good at suggesting me things I've already watched if I want to watch them again.
It does do that too.
It's fun. But yeah, I don't know. It's a whole lot of random stuff. I don't really think too much else. Like for me, basically I'm just still going through this class that sucks ass, trying to get fully qualified. That way I can get out and get a good job.
I believe in you.
Thanks, fam.
You can do it.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
I am. It's not even that the class is hard. It's just my teachers are both narcissists.
Ooh.
And they feed off each other.
Ooh, that's even worse.
And because they are basically the only people I talk to in my chain of command. It's like I can't just go up to my CMC or anything and be like, hey, yeah, this guy's a dickhead. It's like, yeah, but he's your teacher. It's like they don't really care. So it's results. So it's awesome.
That sounds about Navy. Hey, this is really toxic. Don't give a shit. Get things done. All right. That sounds about Navy.
Yep.
Dude, narcissists in the military. You want to talk about power tripping. nobody power trips like
Oh
a
yeah,
voice assistant.
yeah. So one of the teachers is an E4, the other one's an E6, and the E6 has blatantly said, "I'm never getting out of the military because it's the only place I can talk to people the way I do."
Yeah, that's a lot of E6s in the military.
I'm like, oh, great. You know you are the problem, and you just don't want to change.
I can never do anything else. That ain't a brag, bro. That ain't a brag at all.
It is what it is. 8 more years. 2 years and like 3 months.
Hey, the clock is ticking.
Other than that, not a whole lot on my end. I'll try and edit the video of the Lego set because I recorded all that tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get it all done tomorrow because I gotta. The main thing is finding music to go with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that for you.
I have ideas for music. It's just I gotta get it downloaded on my computer. And YouTube downloads are a lot more annoying than they used to be. To just download them as an MP4, so I gotta look around to various websites that
No, they're not.
make it like.
J Downloader.
Go to the most popular
J Downloader.
Lego.
Free program for your computer. It will rip anything from the web.
I was just gonna say,
I'll give it a look.
Go to the most popular Lego building YouTube channel and find out what music they're using in their video. It'll probably be linked in the description because it has to be, and then just steal that, and we'll just rip off their style.
I've been downloading 1,000 YouTube videos at a time.
Jesus God.
Yeah, because what I do is I take them. I take.
What plane are you on? I want on it.
I find a playlist, and I take the fucking music videos. I put them on a flash drive, and then I play the flash drive in Best Buy after hours when we're working on the truck.
Okay.
Because the TV that I play off that plays through the whole store doesn't have I can't load YouTube or anything on it. So
okay. So that's just an easier way. I gotcha.
Yeah, but it's a very capable program for downloading things either individually or in mass. You'll like it a lot. I can't live without it.
Yeah, I got a playlist for my 18-and-a-half-hour drive that I got coming up.
Yeah, I mean,
I do love driving.
Yeah.
I won't.
Just
by
make
the
sure.
end of it, I'll hate driving, but a couple days I'll come back to it.
Oh yeah, that was me and the Viper driving from Colorado down to Vegas all the way up to fucking Washington.
Yeah.
I hated driving for a few days, and I was sore. But
I am at least doing it in something way more comfortable than a Viper.
Yeah.
Almost
the speakers. No, it'd be. But either way, you won't have deal with the clutch. You won't have a sound system that doesn't work because the sound system went out like day 1, so I had to play it off my phone.
It was peak 90s audio equipment, and none of it worked anymore.
Well, also, whoever did all of that, he rewired a lot of stuff, so that whole car was wild.
Yeah. Oh well, we sold it to.
What's the next step for you, Dirks?
So. What do you mean?
The next Lego kit.
I haven't looked. I only wanted the Great Wave because I've known about that one for a while. I haven't seen what's upcoming.
They just came out with the Concorde.
Yeah, I saw Hideo Kojima post a picture, and everyone was all butthurt because he posted on 9/11. I was like, "What does it mean?" It's he just bought a Lego set.
That fucking nerd.
He bought a fucking Lego set. He just posted on 9/11 because he's Japanese. They don't give a
Yeah, he's Japanese.
They don't give a fuck about 9/11. That's why you go to a Japanese airport, they're actually chill. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of interesting ones. There's the insect collection, kind of looks cool because it's a praying mantis, a butterfly, some kind of Herculean beetle. The Concorde looks neat, but I'm not a plane guy.
I've never really been a believer either.
Like, there's a bunch of really cool Japanese style ones. Like, there's a Tranquil Garden and all that kind of stuff. But like, it isn't the same as
The
the
Tranquil
Great
Garden
Wave.
looks pretty cool.
But like,
Could do the world map.
yeah, I did see that one. Doesn't look as interesting to me as I like the one that you got. The Space Age one looked really cool, but I didn't see that one out where.
That one was a lot of fun.
Like, I haven't seen.
I can record me building my PC. That'll be some content I can make for the channel.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I can send it to you.
4 damn cameras. I might as well.
Nah, you're fine. Because shipping's expensive as fuck, and like, I'll find another. Like I said, I just need to wait a little bit, see what they come out with. Because like right now, I'm looking and there's not like the only thing I can see is up to October 1st, and that's some Star Wars thing, and then it looks like a Viking village, and also Japan gets stuff a lot later than the rest of the world, so I might have that Space Age one in a couple months, because like the Great Wave one, that took a couple months to come here. It came out to you guys in like February, I think, and it only recently came out like last month or so for us.
Oh, I might be able to do a model car build for the channel. Of all the models I got rid of, I kept my big ass, like this big Trans Am, because it was like $400, and I was like, I'm not giving that fucker away. That's mine.
Yeah, no, I would not expect, like, Jesus.
I'll build it and put it somewhere in her house.
Yeah, that's definitely something you want to fucking keep for a while.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything super... Like, there's some really neat ones, but, like, nothing that's like, oh, shit.
I gotta have it.
Yeah, like for some reason they're doing a lot of car ones, but they're like...
There's always
stupid,
dumb, though.
They're always the dumb cars. Don't care. And... Let's see, what Lego 4217.
I may need a headset sooner rather than later. I'm getting weird static in my earphones.
That's not good.
Yeah, they're old and I don't take care of them.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Of course I don't take care of them. They were free.
Yeah.
Let me know which ones you want.
I'll probably at some point end up buying the cat ears ones, but don't you dare buy and send me anything. I won't be at this address.
Well, no, you'll buy it. You'll buy it, but I'll send it to you.
Oh.
That's a little better. That's fine.
Yeah, that
I can't
tell me a price.
I can't afford gifts. Sorry.
I'll Venmo
Sorry.
you.
I can't afford gifts.
No, it's fine.
I would
rather
hate
people
you
not
for
get
getting me gifts. I hate Kevin every time he gets me a gift.
That's why I keep doing it.
Fucker.
Oh, there's a cool one that's coming out, Devon. It's the... What the fuck? Are they doing it again? I'm so confused.
Reissue.
Maybe? Because it says Lego Planet Earth and Moon in orbit, but like it looks like it's already it looks like it's already come out before. So I'm guessing they're doing a re-release of it.
Probably. You know what Lego likes? Money.
But it literally, if you Google it, is literally a set. The one I'm seeing, anyways, is a set where literally it has a bunch of gears, and as you crank the wheel, it'll spin the Earth and the Moon, and because they're different gear sizes, it'll spin make those two rotate, and then the whole thing revolves around the sun.
Oh,
it's actually really neat.
Yeah.
Gear reduction. Fuck yeah. I just remembered a neat thing about Lego. You two may already know this, but the original Lego machines from when the company first started are still running, and they have been perpetually turning out Lego bricks since the company opened, and they've been running so long, I don't think anybody at Lego knows how to turn them off anymore.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone working there now knows how to shut down that machine, because it's from when did Lego start? Like the 40s?
So they do end up retiring those things, but I think they end up giving those to people that actually are getting out of they retired from the company, because they do retire those molds, but they very rarely ever go bad.
No, I don't mean like the molds. I mean the actual like machines that like do the shit with molds.
Yeah.
Like they've been running like nonstop since Lego started.
Yeah, because
who knew Lego was such a franchise and had so much money?
Yeah, because this one mold, it was retired after producing 120 million bricks.
It's like goddamn bricks.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's... Oh, and apparently they used to bury their molds in concrete to prevent them from being reused, which is actually pretty fair.
Fair. I mean, you know, you could just like melt them down and make them into new molds, but...
Yeah, no,
whatever. Concrete, that's the way.
I bet they even had a ritual.
They're German. They're weird. I'm sure they do. They're a German, right?
Lego's German?
I believe they're German. Lego's, yeah, German, Deutschland.
Danish.
It's fucking close enough. Whatever.
Same thing.
But... Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm holding out now for Legos because that was a bit of money, and I need to save because I'm actually going to Hong Kong next, like February.
How's the car been? Good?
It seems to be pretty good. It's leaking a bit of oil, but it doesn't seem like it's bad, so I'm just kind of putting it off and just checking it.
Hey, if it's leaking oil, it's got oil.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried.
Did noise get better?
Not really. I mean, it's still there, but I'm not trying to take it back to that guy. It's running fine, so it's whatever.
Where's it leaking oil from? Do you know?
I do not know because it's been so hot out that it's somewhere in the front, but it's hard to tell exactly where.
Front, like the engine, or like front of the engine?
It's like middle of the engine, it looks like.
Oh, probably just oil pan. They leak. Whatever.
Yeah, so it's whatever. I mean, I can't do anything because I can't even tell if it is oil because it's dark, but it's so hot that by the time I realize it, it's already fully evaporated.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too hot. It's
fine.
Like I said yesterday, it was so hot I was driving my windows open just to not run the AC because I hate running the AC. Gas is expensive.
Yes, it is.
And I couldn't get my heart rate below 105 the whole time. I was like, this is awful.
I'm doing cardio by driving home.
Yeah, like there was a car show today, and I didn't go to it because it's just too fucking hot.
It'll cool off soon. It's about to be winter.
Yeah, it'll cool off just in time for me to hopefully get my bike sorted, because waiting on my coworker to basically get the bike fixed so that way I can start trying to book a course to get my motorcycle license.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna head out, guys. I'll catch you later.
You have a good one, Devon. I don't know what time it is there, but
Good night.
Good
night, bud. Talk to you next time.
It is almost
Probably
10:30.
late as fuck. Yeah, it's late as fuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, other than that, there's not a whole lot just because it's not a lot going on. Just kind of working, going to the gym.
I'm not going to the gym or working. Haven't been for a year now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you'll hopefully find work once you get to your new place just because you'll be... Because I know companies talk, but like they shouldn't talk.
I'm not
states away.
blackballed states away. I'm only blackballed here, so blacklisted, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Fuck this place and fuck Pepe Kenworth.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm not looking forward to going back to Washington. I mean, I do want to go back just to enjoy some wine, but I doubt I'll even honestly buy a car. I'll probably just fucking wait till I get back to the East Coast, since I'm trying to go to college in North Carolina and try and get the fucking house set up.
Yeah, shit. Do you know where they're gonna like process you out? Would it be Whitby or like Everett or?
It should be around Seattle.
All right. Well, yeah, you wouldn't be too far from the airport then.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Either way, they're not gonna go and be like, figure it out because, like, obviously, if you don't have a house here, you can't have car insurance. Like,
Yeah.
so they'd have to put me on base to where I could, get basically taxied around sort of shit for whatever I need.
Yeah.
I'm not super worried about that. And then once I get processed out, I'm just gonna fly back to the East Coast.
Be prepared though, because when they do process you out, they really do just like abandon you. Like,
Yeah.
and from there, it's like if the VA doesn't like step up and like start like helping you figure shit out, it's like you're really just on your own. And I was really lucky. I had Johnson and Cheech and me. We all got out at the same time. We were all like in a group chat, like hit each other up and like, hey, you do this? How do I do this? You gotta do this? And we like, it was great. Then we're all gonna be here for you to help you out, dog.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I'm gonna rely on you guys. I'll probably like talk to some like Senior Smith and all them, see if I can get help from them as well, and then
absolutely, he'd be the one to talk to. Maybe
probably Standish too, because I know Standish will help me out.
I'd say just getting more of an in at Cuss, maybe even like Warrant Medeiros, but I don't know if he's a contractor or like just retired right now. I don't know what he does.
Mm-hmm.
I was never that close with him. He was Chuck's dude. I don't even know what the fuck Chuck's up to. I haven't heard from Chuck in like 3 weeks. So he talked to me about, or no, it's been way longer than that, because it's been since he talked to me about trying to buy the fucking diesel Jeep Wrangler that I told him avoid at all costs.
Oh yeah,
it's terrible. My back.
Yeah,
but he's gonna do what he's gonna do, whatever. But yeah, man, this is a good pod. I enjoyed hanging out. I think we're at like 2 hours or something. I'll get this uploaded and you can work your magic on it whenever, and we can upload it whenever. I give zero fucks about schedules anymore.
Yeah, I mean, these are easy to upload, so this I can definitely do tomorrow. It's the other one, really getting the music, take me longer depending on. But once I get the music, like the editing itself is going to be easy because it's not a whole lot. It's just quick cuts and all that kind of stuff. I don't have to worry about audio levels or anything.
Quick stylish cuts, man. It's like mid 2000s Top Gear. Quick stylish cuts, many as possible. Makes it look overproduced.
Oh my god,
it does. I mean, all right, man. It was good talking to you. I love you, bud.
Yeah, it was fun. Love you too, fan. We'll talk again.
All right.
You have a good evening.
You too. Bye.